Right, well, hello everybody, pips. It's been a while since my last update video. I did a video of this thing a couple of weeks ago now, and it's gone absolutely crazy. It's got 2,000 views, and I'm like, holy crap. Now, anybody who's been watching my channel will know exactly what this is, but yeah, I mean, the little cheap sound kit that it's got in here was like super loud. It had no volume and it was so tinny, so I will be needing a new sound kit for it. But while fixing that, it brought up some other fixes and problems. I've been wheel swapping, and I decided to dig out all the parts that I'd bought over the last sort of 18 months or so, and I've got this. Yes, nearly a full aluminium chassis. When you start adding all the leftover bits that you bought and then didn't work and then replaced, you end up with like, yeah, because these are from the Chevy. I don't know if I've showed you that in the update, but yeah, that's not new either, but I haven't been able to see that for a while. This has had a refresh, so let's, oh, I'm all over the place. Right, so this, well, let's get this, address the elephant in the room, get that out of the way. I am making a tipper bed back end for it. This is just the mock-up, just for like size. I don't have all the proper materials to make this, but I can make something that looks reasonably okay. It's just held together with a few screws right now, as you can see, because they're poking outside. So yeah, so just for now I'm going to cut, I'll have some more of this, some little offcuts. I'm going to make like a frame and a little tailgate for the back. Yeah, right, now that's pretty much it for this since the run video, which I'm hoping everybody who's subbed to my channel has seen. If not, go watch it now, add more views. Right, so what else are we doing? Right, so as I've been wheel swapping, hang on, let me pause for a moment. Right, so as I've been upgrading stuff, I thought I'll dig out, like I mentioned earlier, all the spare parts that I've got lying around and see what I've got. And I sort of came to a nearly full chassis, and I'm thinking, oh, I've only had some axles. So I started looking around at moving stuff around. So that will be something at some point. Now, the Ford Excursion, I took that out, and that is, it's working, but every time I make a change to it, I seem to make it worse than it was before, so I've got some work to do on that. That'll be a separate video. What did I do to this? Well, as part of the things lying around, I found I had a lift kit for this. So when I'll come back to this, I've got something else to show you first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, we're going up. Right, so this puppy, this is pretty much finished now. After many wheel swaps and wheel changes, I've put the Proline KM3s back on it. Thanks to RC Jono, because the G-made Buffalo he has on his channel sort of inspired me to what the final look is. Because I put the inner fenders on it, the cheap AliExpress inner fenders, which were only £6 or about $8 by the way, had to put shorter shocks on it. They're now on this, so that's why we're toing and throwing. Right, now, these are not the wheels that are going to be on it. These are the wheels you're looking for. These are plastic 1.9 beadlocks. They're also going to be on there because, thanks to the postman, I didn't get the tin of paint. I painted the backs, and the fronts are supposed to be gunmetal grey. Very much the same colour, similar colour to these. He said on the thing, you'll be here by the 2nd. It is the 2nd today, there is no paint. I was hoping to paint them and show you them on the car before I did this video, but the postman has let me down. eBay, yeah. Right, so the roof rack, which came with the body set, is currently on a 1/6 scale in the loft, so that's going back on here. It will then look as it's supposed to be as a G-made. Now, I'm taking the red stripe off, and I'm making the grille black. Because after watching RC Jono's videos, I feel I want the black grille. There's a civilian and a military body for this car. The military body comes with a different bumper that has a brush guard, a grill on the front, and an aerial that bolts onto the back like an army vehicle. I wanted the normal one because I wanted the roof rack, and then I decided didn't want the roof rack, and then you can't get the military one anywhere now. They are rare as rocking horse poop. So I'm stuck with this, and I can do what I can do with it and no more. This is my Ironhide project. I'm not really going to get it down because it's sort of wedged in at the minute. As I was wheel swapping, it ended up with the wheels from this, which had the little tiny wheels on. I don't know what tyres this is going to end up with, because I'm sort of making a mud truck. Already, the body is so out of scale. When you try to put the scale wheels in it, it just made the scale look even more odd. So I've lifted it, made it a monster truck. I may put these wheels in it. They are not crawler tyres by any means. They're actually Blackfoot wheels. Or get some more Blackfoot wheels for it. I don't know. I haven't decided. That would be an expense, which I don't have any money for a while. I've spent all the money I've got to spend so far. These tyres, I bought these off Temu for, are you ready for this, £8, which is about $10. And they're actually pretty good. They're not glued on at the minute, because they weren't glued on before. Right, now, the tyres that were on this were on, where are they? These wheels. These are the, that car is an MN86K, which was the Mercedes G-Wagon. I converted it for the Fall Guy truck. Now, it came with these wheels and those tyres. Now, I found if we put these tyres on normal 1.9 wheels, they're sort of roughly the right size. I do want to get some 155s for it because I have some other tyres which I thought were the same size as these, and it turns out they're 155. So if I get some 155 wheels, some proper metal beadlock wheels, they will be going on there. So yeah, as it turns out, these wheels are, one of them is smashed to pieces, which I didn't realise, so I don't know how that happened. I think they're just cheap crap. So yeah, that is now finished. I wanted to put a Fusion SE in it, but I've only got 2, and I've got 3 projects that are needing one. So when I get money for my birthday, I'll be buying another Fusion SE. That will be going in that with the sound kit. That is then finished. It's getting some lights and a sound kit, but all the rest of the stuff I either have or are getting ready to take off other stuff to put on it. So if I'd had the wheels painted, they would have been on it now. They're going, like I say, metal grey. So like I say, check out RC Jono. He's got the actual G-Made on his channel. It's got a sound kit. The thing is phenomenal, and I've fallen in love with it. Now I pretty much have it. It's an SCX10 version, but I can make the exact car to it, and after many changes, that's what I want to do. Right, so this is getting, might put these shockers on it and lift it a little bit, because these tyres are bigger than the other ones. Now they look the part, but it's going to rub straight away. The minute I take this out, it's going to rub. This doesn't have a motor. This has a motor in it, no ESC. This has a motor in it, no ESC. I may be getting some more gearboxes and motors for all of these, because I want to get them all working. This one, I have some new wheels and tyres for that. That is fully running. It's got the VXL brushless out of a Stampede VXL in there. That works. It's a rather good little car. The only problem with that is it's basically a Team Associated Pro Rally. But the Team Associated Pro Rally is 95% Thunder Tiger Tomahawk buggy. All the running gear, all I did was put a plastic centre section on from the Tomahawk. No, Thunder Tiger did 2. An electric one, which was the Sparrowhawk, and the Nitro one, which was the Tomahawk. So all I did was mix and match those 2 together to make an electric version. And the biggest problem with that is every single linkage in the drivetrain has a grub screw, and if you don't tighten them all up, it's suddenly 3-wheel drive. And then if you lose any more, it's suddenly 2-wheel drive or no-wheel drive. So it's a very temperamental car. You've got to really go through it every time you use it to make sure you've tightened them all up before the first run, so I didn't get much use. That's a Tamiya Blackfoot that's extended to clodbuster sized. That one we've covered. That one's a CC01 on an old Blackfoot shell. And that's pretty much all of those. That that is an Emax with shortened arms. It stripped the spur gear. I think I didn't bolt the motor down properly, and the pinion gear, the metal pinion gear, stripped the plastic spur gear. Very disappointed because the running gear is based on large monster truck wheels, and I put small short course wheels on it, and it slowed it way down, even though it's brushless. So looks cool, crap. Right. So while I was messing about with this, while I was looking through moving stuff around, I have a set of links that you have to buy everything in sets of 4. Well, 6-wheel drive, he's got one set over left of everything. So I've got 2 spare wheels, 2 spare tyres, 2 spare links. So there's a full set of links which I'm going to put on the front of the Ford Excursion, because I've run really long. The links are almost that long, and it's got serious. If you notice this, there's no slop in that. Well, that car, it goes like this. It's like 2 mils either way, and it's just, you could hear it in the last video going clicking and banging, and that's what that was. So I'm going to take some of those links off that are leftovers and shorten them to normal sized and mount them further along the chassis rails, and hopefully that'll take some of that side to side slop out of it. Unfortunately, it had the Fusion SE in the middle there. Now, to get more ground clearance, I took this out, because this was on the Ford Excursion, and used the low CG gearbox that was mounted in there up the front. If I could have got the other one out, I'd have shown you on the truck, but there's just not enough space. I mounted it up the front to a transfer case. Now that slowed everything down, because that has a gear reduction, that has a gear reduction, the axles have a gear reduction, so it's took half of the speed, the wheel speed, away from the Fusion. So one's a 1800, one's a 1200, so I think the 1800's in that, which is why we're doing burnouts and donuts. So maybe I'll swap the Fusions over and put the bigger Fusion in the Excursion. You watch, it won't be, and I'll just call it totally wrong. Right, now, I'd also thought about, I've got a totally homemade chassis on that Excursion. I'm actually thinking about ditching it and using this to just shore everything up, because I've been messing about with that damn truck for 3 years, and I'm like, I want it to work. I just want the damn thing to work. I have a sound kit. It's awful in the respect that every time you brake or go in reverse, it does like a tyre screech. But other than that, it's very bassy. It's very loud, and you can turn it up and down to your volume you want, and it actually sounds really good. So I'm going to use that in either the Excursion or my 1/6 Emax, which anybody of my long-term watchers will see me build, but it's never been run. I fully plan on getting it out either this weekend or next weekend. Excuse me. Right, now think about covered everything now. So damn you, Royal Mail, for not bringing my paint. It's probably going to turn up any minute. It's 5 to 6. They could be turning up by 8 o'clock, so maybe 8 paint and get everything swapped over. So the paint is holding everything up, because I can't do these, because yeah, these are the spare ones of those. I bought the gold because they were half the price of proper colours like white or silver. I never wanted gold wheels on anything. They look cheesy. Although I'm sort of growing on me a little bit, I have to admit. They may go. Hold on, stop the press. Stop the bloody press. If I have 2 sets of these tyres. The other ones are on black 2.2s. If I decide to go with these, I'm going to get another set of these. So I'll have 6 of these wheels on there. And these will all be leftovers. So I'm going to paint these 2 because I have 4 of these. So there'll be them, and then the 2 I paint will be gunmetal grey. So they'll match. There'll be slightly smaller wheel on the front. But they're only like very, very slight difference. Like a couple of them. I think they're 112s and they're 114 mils. So there's only like 2 mil difference. It won't make any difference when it's running. It pretty much sort of like gives it a bit of an overdrive. So I'm going to paint these grey and put them on the front. But that then means I could put these with bigger tyres with an offset on there. Now, tell me people, do I make it a mud truck? Do I get some mud tyres? or do I just make it like a lifted? Because I mean, I could drop the ride height a little bit to be more that, and then just have like a normal lifted truck. I can even get some shorter shocks for it at some point, but there's all stuff I need to do later. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll do another video with the big cars, because I need to get these off the table to make space for the bigger cars. I now have 3 6 scales, although as I discussed with somebody on the internet the other day, they're not actually 6 scale. The more 1/7, or even a big 1/8, really. The new bright bodies, they're not, because a Ford F350 or a Ford Excursion are a big vehicle, and they're really not 1/6 scale. It would be bigger than this table if it were 6 scale. It really would. It'd be bigger than both these trucks put together if it were proper true to scale. Anyway, so there we're 16 minutes. Thanks for watching, peeps. I can't believe how many views this truck has got. I need to get it back out again. As keen-eyed ones will notice, the wheel hexes are just not really fully on. They're quite big hexes on the back, so I just need to put some thinner hexes so that the nuts of the wheel nuts have got some more bite. But I am definitely sticking with these tyres on this. The more I'm looking at it, the more I think they look more appropriate. Let me know in the comments if I'm making a balls up on any of this stuff that you think. Now tell me, more importantly, do you think this will look better lifted, a bit higher? I mean, it is ironhide from Transformers, but it's not actually. I'll tell you what, let me get it down. Oh, yes, she's down. Yeah, I mean, I need the stacks. I've got the blue lights. It's sort of got a body armour. Some armour bumper that looks a bit like ironhides. I'd have to get a proper bumper for it because it's shine. But yeah, it's got these little sort of scalar shocks, and I think it needs to. I think it could take being stood a bit higher, especially at the front. I mean, that's going to rub straight away. Yeah, I'll put these little shocks. Cause these, what are they? Running boards, skid plates, what would you call them? And these shockers came from this chassis, which started out as an SCX-10-2 clone, which is quite obvious. I mean, it was all plastic. Literally everything on it is plastic, and I replaced. Are they metal? Did I replace them with the metal ones? I don't believe I did. I think they're plastic. Yeah. So I could do with swapping them for metal ones, which are on there. So yeah, there may still be some merging of parts. Right, that's what I want to show you. Yeah, all I've got is that car started out as an axial Scout. It ended up donating its axles to several different builds, but now they're on there. And this is the gearbox for it. So I need an SCX-10 gearbox for this, so that I can put those. They're stuck out the sides, stuck out beneath, and I hate when the chassis protrudes. But sometimes there's not a lot you can do about it like this. I mean, it does stick out a little bit, but it doesn't look too untoward, really. So, yeah, I think there's going to be some mixing and matching going on. Yeah, and that's it. There'll be a running video for this soon, and for that, and another one for that, and hopefully one for that. I need at least 3 or 4 weekends for this. Anyway, right, 20-minute video. Thanks for watching, peeps, and this was not meant to be this long, so apologies for my rambling. Thanks for watching, and rate, subscribe, do all that lovely internet stuff. Goodbye.